Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are finally back reacting to more of Lucifer. This is season 5, episode 9, kind of like season 5B, episode 1. So Lucifer, they like split this season into two halves, two 8-episode halves. And what happened last time? Last time everyone was like kung fu fighting in the police precinct. For various reasons. I think Amenadiel, there's something with his kid. Maze is all mad at Lucifer for something about her mom, I forgot. Chloe is upset that she's like a gift from God. There's a lot of stuff happening. But the big thing that happened while everyone was kung fu fighting is that God himself, the dude from the, I think not State Farm commercials. He's from one of the insurance commercials, and he's also in like 24, I think. He strolled up and he was like, "Children, quit fighting." And they're like, "What?" And then it ended. So presumably anything can happen now. This one's called Family Dinner, so looks like we'll probably get to see Lucifer and Michael and Amenadiel probably like sit down with dear old dad at dinner and hash things out. And everything will go swimmingly. Everything will be great, and there's nothing that could possibly go wrong from these interactions. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video. That means a ton, especially if you like what you see. Helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more reactions to Lucifer or any other show that I'm watching. And if full-length reactions are something that interests you, consider supporting me on Patreon. It is linked in the description. But other than that, let's watch this episode. Father.
You're here.
Well, you've got my attention.
Oh, Father, thank you.
You had my curiosity.
You saw how they were attacking
Now
me.
you have my attention.
Look,
I lost control and froze time, and as the eldest
True.
brother, I should have kept a better handle on my siblings. I'm truly sorry.
I don't care who's at fault.
Just
Just
stop
want my
it.
sons to get along. Regardless of we're family. Let's act like it.
Family doesn't often like each other, though.
come on. Bring it in. Come on.
Just singular slap.
You got.
No! Hell no!
Come now, Samael.
Ooh, call you by your real name.
Michael impersonated me.
They tried to ruin my life, kidnap the woman that I...
He is
Still
the
can't say the word.
thing that's ever happened to me.
Does he want her to kill God?
Is that my grandson over there?
Is that Michael's plan? Is to, like, usurp God and become the new God? Dude, you spilled your coffee.
Where is he?
He's probably getting drunk, is where he is. Who's that guy? Just owning the stage up there. Who are you?
Detective, I'm sorry. I needed to get away. I couldn't take it anymore.
Me?
No. No,
Oh,
Detective, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I think I
Okay,
pushed
quit
you too
being
far,
so
and it
passive.
wasn't
Just
fair of me to
make
do
him
that.
say it.
I get why you're.
Yo, you just touched God? You should be like
Yep.
bursting into flames or like on your knees. Just like
And the goddess of all creation.
worship.
I even thought I met you.
My angel baby is technically God's grandkid.
Yep.
Do you need a drink? Water? Wine? Is it all the same to you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If he wants wine, he'll turn whatever it is into wine.
Day to day isn't important, my son. This is important. Family's important.
Okay, but also there's some like day-to-day stuff that is important.
I'm guessing you handled it better. But you shoot him too.
I didn't, but I did almost poison him with the help of an evil priest.
I genuinely can't tell if that's a joke or not.
No, it's true.
Well, at least Ella's taking some time off.
Oh yeah, Ella's
Yeah.
boyfriend's a serial killer.
Oh. Hey.
I forgot about that.
Before you start,
Vic was Chris Peterson. COD seems to be blunt force trauma to the head. I think
And then he was burned.
looks like someone was trying to burn down the hole. Maybe Chris stepped in, tried to
That
stop
probably
him.
smells
Yeah, we
so
found
bad.
gasoline all over this place. Someone was trying to burn down the entire kingdom.
Fitting that it's a dragon that they placed him at.
who was he? One of the
Breathe
workers?
fire on him.
No, this place is.
Oh, way ahead of you. I know exactly how to find the killer.
You do?
Hell yeah. See, all you have to do is introduce me to all of the suspects.
And whichever one, yeah.
I'm most attracted to, bam, that's your killer.
Ella. Hey.
I'm at peace with it. If I've got a broken picker, might as well use it for the greater good, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Her boyfriend tried to kill her after she found his secret murder room. And yeah,
What are you gonna say to him?
that's crazy.
Why are you still here? Isn't the universe going to collapse with your you-like powers on Earth?
I mean, not if he doesn't want it to. Of course he gets a hole-in-one.
Now, if you don't mind,
I've come to ask you something.
well, go on then.
I'd like you to join me.
What does that
For
mean?
family dinner.
Oh, okay.
So, where's the family?
Well, the siblings are over there, but how did you know?
Well, one of them is obviously the killer.
He doesn't even know what the crime is.
No, he's probably just projecting his latest issues.
Does she know that God is there?
What, and that's a good thing?
He's mad at his own family. Of course.
Well, she is a
Should have
detective.
stayed home.
Yeah. Yep. Probably a good idea. Classic Lucifer.
Kingdom was.
So, what you're saying is...
One of you is bitter.
The wayward son rebelled against the family, forged his own path, and then you killed him.
What? We would never. We were all still close, even though Chris left.
And look, he died protecting it.
Protecting what?
We rearrange his butt statues in suggestive positions.
Okay, you guys seem remarkably chill after your brother was just burnt to death. Like, only that girl seems even remotely upset.
Spray painted.
This. On the
I
side of
will
my
destroy
castle.
you, lit.
will
Still,
destroy
these
you.
siblings seem pretty chill
Are you sure it was him?
about their brother being dead, so
He signed it.
right now my guess is that all three of them. Because he was going to go work for the other putt-putt place. Or was investing in it.
You know, I'm actually happy.
Juan Perez. Yeah. LAPD.
Run. Of course he just hauls ass. Yeah. Get in the car. Is Lucifer just holding onto the back?
Oh! Feeling guilty about something, Juan?
Juan.
Rivalry over. That's what I told Chris when he came here looking for a job.
Chris came to you for a job here.
Yeah, but I would never employ a Peterson.
Yeah, boy, he wanted a job and his family killed him.
Thank you, Mom.
Did you know that Chris had applied for a job at Hole in One?
No, I didn't. It makes sense. He'd never go back to the kingdom. He'd rather...
Die.
That's what I tried to do.
Maybe he killed himself on accident because he was trying to burn down his family thing and ended up hurting himself, like Lucifer.
Hello, Mazaki. I've been waiting for you. I made your favorite drink.
Yo, that probably tastes
That
so
isn't my
good.
favorite drink.
We'll see.
It is now.
Where is everybody?
I want you to give me a soul. Please.
What do you want? Mazaki. You're perfect, just the way you are.
What the hell does that mean?
It means I can't help you.
Can't? Or won't?
Won't. I mean, kind of figuratively, kind of the same thing.
Still think I'm perfect now?
You are you. And I never changed that.
You know what I think?
Just love yourself, Maze.
I know that Dad has been a bit careless in the past, distant. All right, he's been a real ass. But he's our father, Lucy.
Yes. An almighty, all-powerful dad who will never admit to being anything other than perfect.
Well, guess what?
Wow. I mean, yeah, he is. Within the show, maybe not. But real lifestyles. Big ups to JC.
You put yourself out there, heart first. The downside is you get hurt more easily.
Ain't that the truth?
But the upside is you put so much love into the world, Ella. Please don't let this change that. Change
Yeah.
you.
Keep being you.
We need more people like you out there.
Even if you tend to like the bad guys, you're a lovable person. Yeah, who's the Michael in this case? Is it all three of them?
Did you have any grievances with Chris?
No, of course not. We all loved him.
I don't believe you.
It wasn't enough for you to manipulate your poor, misunderstood brother. You had to ruin his life as well.
Ruin his life?
I killed
Ruin his life.
Well, I had nothing to do with it.
You know, Larry was always jealous of Chris.
Yo,
Either
all
of those
three of
idiots
these
did it.
siblings hate
It was
each
him.
other.
Jealous.
Unless he's Michael pretending to be an Amenadiel.
Michael never pretends to be a Menadil. They look nothing alike.
No.
Come on now.
I'm Peter Peterson, and I
Oh, you're the
Greatest
dad,
name ever.
right? He's also the dad from Smallville.
Chris Peterson, yeah.
I killed my son, and I can't let another one of my children suffer because of my mistakes.
Is this like a not hypothetical, metaphorical thing?
Risen perfectly, just as you like him.
This is like Tyrion Lannister when he drags his chair to the opposite end.
Aren't you forgetting something?
You gotta say grace.
Or shouldn't we say grace?
Yeah, you gotta pray. Pray for the meal, man. Our Father, who art here.
I'd like to thank God for...
You could just like look at him and talk to him.
Let's dig in.
Yo, that food probably tastes so good. Like the greatest food ever is like directly made by God.
Oh my God. I mean, you. I mean,
I wonder how much they're gonna play on this trope of just directly referencing him.
You know, I'm glad you persuaded me to come, brother. Like you said, it's worth it, even if Dad has been a real ass.
That's that's actually not what I said.
That's exactly what you said.
We're all being tortured. All in the
He's
name
letting a lot of things out right now.
mysterious ways. What are you even complaining about, Lucifer? You got your own kingdom as a reward for bad behavior.
He's just downing wine.
Being forced.
He sees it as giving him a kingdom.
Hundreds of thousands of years was an attaboy. Sure, I was king of hell, but I was still in hell. If that's not a poisoned chalice, I don't know what is.
You have no idea what that was like.
Guess what? When your twin is the light bringer, turns out you have no choice but to live in the shadows. We were dealt the same hand, the same face, the same bloody shoulders, except you had a chip on yours so big you managed to self-actualize it.
No, there's nothing wrong with him. Don't be fooled.
Children!
God dang. Him dang. This is some hefty stuff. Yo, I would piss my pants if I was Linda. That would be the scariest thing that could ever happen to me.
3 sons who want their father's love and who don't feel like they're getting it.
I don't want Dad's love.
Don't you though?
Would you treat Charlie the same way Dad's treated us?
Well,
Be honest.
No, he would not.
I'm sorry, Dad, but I hope not.
Can you do anything for your son?
Dad, do you love us?
It's a bold question. I'm assuming the answer is yes. Why are you hesitating?
If I have to tell you, then I really have failed.
Okay, but you should still tell them. Oh, Akko Taco. That was so uncomfortable. Gosh dang it. Oof.
Take me instead.
Excuse me.
I said, take me instead. Make Charlie an angel. I'll become human.
Please. What are you saying?
He doesn't want to hang out with you because you kind of suck.
You're no longer welcome on Earth.
Sucks to suck, butthole.
I don't understand. Why am I the one being punished?
Well, look at all you've done. You're also being sent to heaven, though, and heaven's pretty sick nasty. So, is it a punishment? Like, when you have the option, why do you want to hang out here?
Never easy. You have a futon, right?
I mean, I'm sure you can make one, if need be.
She killed my son.
Well, you said you killed your son. Make your mind up.
I would never. I confess because I thought one of...
You were willing to sacrifice yourself for your own children.
Of course. That's what fatherhood is. You see, when I made bail, I told...
All I wanted to do was burn that toxic place down.
It was her.
Everything that was broken in him was because of it. Because of you. He needed to get away. I swear I didn't mean for any of this to happen. Sorry.
Shoot her in the head.
So my
Kill her.
son died protecting the kingdom. Protecting us.
It's just like so on the nose that it's called the kingdom.
Frustrating, isn't he? What annoyingly arbitrary and inscrutable answer did he give you?
I mean, he gave a pretty straightforward answer to her.
That I'm perfect. Just the way I am.
I can understand how that would be upsetting.
You wanted me to play.
You deserve to hear those 3 words back.
Can you say it though?
The truth is,
I mean, your dad couldn't say it to you.
I'll never be able to say them to you.
What does that mean?
I realize
You think you're incapable of love?
My father's son. And Mr. President, I am incapable of love.
I know you.
You know I always tell the truth.
You may believe it though, but I don't think it's true.
I am so sorry. But if I ever said those 3 words to you, it would be a lie.
Shut up! Get out of town. You just shattered this girl's heart. Don't end the episode like that. You kidding me? God dang it. How can you just say something like that and then end the episode? You piece of trash. Oh man. Okay. So this episode kind of went exactly how I thought it would go in terms of the interactions between the family and just like the different tropes that they would play on with God physically being there. So obviously they're gonna touch on the fact that like God is not around for most of this series / I guess within the show just like most of history, right? So like they are arguing and bickering amongst themselves, like, you know, where have you been? You're a bad father, things like that. And you know, if your dad was around for maybe like the first 5 years of your life and then just kind of like bailed for the next like 30 and then came back and was like, hey, family dinner, I would be upset. I'd be like, no, I hate you. Like, you ditched me, you suck. And he's just kind of like cool as a cucumber the whole time. He's like, you know, he's God. You know, I don't know how in depth they're gonna go theologically to like, you know, how much does he know? Like, is he fully aware of all the thoughts they're having? Does he know what's like? Is he actively being like, hey, maybe I'm not gonna be omniscient for a little bit? You know, how is Linda even able to look at this man without her eyes burning out of her skull? You know, who knows? But I liked the tropes where he makes food and Linda is just like, oh my God. Like, cause obviously food made by God is gonna be like top notch, like top tier, best you ever had type stuff. You know, he makes a drink for Maze and he's like, this is your favorite drink? She's like, no, it's not. He's like, we'll see. Like, bet. And of course she drinks it and loves it. The whole dinner scene was just like, it was very like tense and uncomfortable, and just kind of like, you don't really know how quite it's gonna go, because it is just a scene of like like family like unleashing all their upset. I was gonna say unleashing all their upsets, but unleashing all their no. What's the word I'm looking for? Grievances. That's a good one. They're just kind of like, they're letting out all their grievances with him. Be like, this is why I'm upset at you. And God just kind of has to sit there and be like, yeah, yup. And it's very kind of flies in the face of who he is, I guess, because, you know, depending on how you feel about God, you know, there's the age-old question of like, you know, if God is so good, why does he allow bad things to happen? And it, you know, parallels this episode of like, if he's so good and such a loving father, you know, why was he absent for all these people's lives? And why does the actions that he has seemingly gone through and committed throughout this show, like, why does that seem to not display the image of a good father. And I assume we'll get those answers eventually within this show. In real life, we won't get those until we die. If you believe that. Yeah. And it was just like, Lucifer's letting everything out. Michael's letting everything out. Amenadiel, he's trying to be like the good son and be the little bit of a peacemaker, but at the same time, he's like, Dad, I'm not going to do the things, like, I'm not going to act like you did towards my son. I don't necessarily resent you for things, but if I was given the choice to do that to my kid, no. So yeah, it was just overall, it was just like, it was a lot. It was hefty. Throughout the episode, I'm trying to connect it to my own faith and be like, okay, like, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about this as I'm watching it? Like, how much do I actually connect this to just like real life faith type stuff? Or like, how bottled do I keep this within just the context of the episode and the universe that this show is contained in? Because like, this show is not based off of like real theology. It's based off of a DC comic. So it's complicated. Let's talk about the case of the week. I was wrong about the case. I thought it was one of the siblings that killed the sibling, and it wasn't. It turned out it was the girlfriend. And, it's never who you think it is. I usually am pretty good. I guess I'm out of practice. The girlfriend killed the son because she saw that place as like everything that was toxic about him. Like every bad thing that is him came from that place. So she's trying to burn it down. And, it is what it is. They didn't put too much emphasis on the case as a whole because it's not that important. Ella, we learned some interesting things, or we didn't learn some interesting things. She had a nice interaction with Dan where he's like, yo, you are fantastic. Like, don't let this one negative experience taint who you are. Granted, this negative experience was pretty hefty, where she fell in love with a serial killer who then tried to kill her, and then didn't take any time to like process that. She just went right back to work. None of these people take much time to process. But throughout all this, Lucifer realized that I think he drew too much of a parallel between the case and himself. And he realized that he is his father's son. And if his father at dinner was incapable of saying to his kids that he loves them, Lucifer took that and said, okay, he's incapable of love. And since he is his father's son, he now fully believes that he is incapable of loving Chloe. But I don't think that's true. I think if he just decided that he could, so much of what has happened in this series that they thought was like God doing something to them, like Amenadiel, when he thought he was being punished by God, or like all these other things that have happened, it has really been like self-inflicted stuff, right? So Lucifer is again just being like, hey, this is a thing from God. Like, I inherited this from God, when it's really just like a self-inflicted thing, and he could go against that if he so wished. Next episode is the karaoke jam. It's the musical episode. I don't know how I feel about next episode, because I like musicals. I like musicals a lot. I think they're fun. But I think I might only like musicals within the context of it being a musical, if that makes sense. Like, if the entire thing is a musical and they're telling a story through the setting of a musical, I think I like that. But when it's a regular show that just like has a musical episode, I don't know if I like that. Because in my opinion, within within the structure of a show, I think stories are told well. I like the way stories are told via show and episodes and stuff. And I think disrupting that with a musical, I don't know if that it works as well. So I will find out. I mean, they did a decent job with the noir episode, but again, while the story still progressed in that episode, it definitely felt very out of place. And I think this is going to be another episode where things will happen and it'll progress, but it'll feel very out of place and it almost won't feel like the same show. And I'm not sure how I mean, I don't know. I guess I won't know until it happens. But I do like musicals. Dear Evan Hansen's getting a movie. That's pretty dope. Yeah, we'll find out. I think that's all I gotta say though about this episode. I enjoyed it. It's good to have Lucifer back for 8 episodes, and then what? Next season's the last season, if I remember correctly. So, you know, but yeah, that's all I got. So if you liked what you saw, actually first scratch that. Go back. You guys comment below what you thought of this episode. What were you right? Who did you think the killer was at first? Do you think Lucifer's I can't love is like a self-inflicted thing? Let me know. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. It means a lot. Helps the channel grow. Yeah, but otherwise, if you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. If you want to see more of my reactions to Lucifer, if you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if full-length reactions are something that interests you, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean a lot as well. But otherwise, I will catch you guys next time. Peace.